All right, this is a lesson reviewing what we did today in class. Today is March 5th, and we did the similar things in both our Algebra 2 CM classes and our honor classes. So here we're solving rational equations, and what we see is we have a fraction equal to a fraction, and in that case you guys may remember that we can cross multiply. The first thing we want to look at though is see each fraction separately. Once again, I'm going to highlight this and see what can I do to simplify. What you'll notice is that both of these are divisible by 2. So I'm going to cross this out and turn it into a 5. And I'm going to cross this out and turn it into a 2. I'm now going to rewrite my problem so that I have 5 over 2, and that is equal to the 4 plus x. Oh, that's a terrible plus sign, but you get the gist, over x plus 3. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply. What that really means is we're getting rid of the denominators by multiplying the entire equation by both 2 and x plus 3. And what that does is it makes those opposite denominators disappear. So I'm going to multiply by x plus 3, and that will cancel this denominator over here. Because what we're really saying is that if I multiply by x by 3 over here as well, because what we do to one side of the equation we have to do to the other, these two cancel. Likewise, I'm also going to multiply both sides of my equation by 2. So if I multiply by 2 here, and then multiply by 2 over here, what we find is that these 2's will cancel out. So in reality, on the right side of my equation, I now have 2 times 4 plus x. And on the right side of the equation, the left side of the equation, I now have 5, again, that coefficient can go out front, times x plus 3. Okay, now what's left to do is simplify and solve. So as you notice, we have to distribute two coefficients. So 5 times x is going to give me 5x, and 5 times 3 will give me 15. On the other side of the problem, I'm distributing 2. Let's put my equal sign back in. So 2 times 4, 2 times x. So I'm equal to 8 plus 2x. Now I need to get my x's together, so you can either subtract 5x from both sides or subtract 2x. I normally pick the lower of my 2x values because this will keep my x positive while I'm continuing to work through the problem. But if you want, you can also subtract that 5x from the other side. So these disappear. I now have 5x minus 2, which leaves me with 3x. I still have that plus 15. And it's still equal to 8. So what I'm going to do is now get rid of the positive 15. So to do that, we're going to do the opposite. So I'm subtracting 15 from both sides. And I end up with, negative 7. My 3x is on the other side still. These canceled out. And I have 3x equals negative 7. So the last thing I'm going to do is get rid of that 3 by dividing by 3. And we end up with x equals negative 3/7. Oh, my pen's stuck. There we go. Okay. Now some of you might be asking, what if you didn't notice the simplifying in the beginning? So if I didn't do this divide by 2, that's fine. You'd come all the way down to the bottom and you would have ended up with negative 14 over 6. and you divide then by 2, and you will get your negative 7 over 3.